And now for the NCAA college figures. Again, we've seen college figures previously in my collection, but this was the inaugural wave, the very first wave that Todd produced of these NCAA figures back in 2008. And we'll start with the man himself, Tom Brady. Just a beautiful figure. There's a member of the Michigan Wolverines. People ask me all the time what my favorite figures in the collection are. Hard to pinpoint that, but if I had to come up with a list of about 15 or 20 of my favorites, this would definitely be one of them. That is just a stunning figure right there. Only one version, by the way, no chase. Same thing with Ray Lewis, another stunning, beautiful version there, as his days with the U, where he played his college ball. Just one version, no chase exists on that one. Go on down to the corner, more beauty down here. Peyton Manning, Tennessee Vols, one version there, no chase. Adrian Peterson, he had Reagan and Chase as a member of Oklahoma Sooners. Reagan the red, and then Chase over here in the white. Here's Jamarcus Russell, LSU, Reg white jersey, Chase in the purple. More on him in a second. And then Hines Ward, Georgia Bulldog, Reg in the red jersey, Chase in the white. And then just getting back to Jamarcus Russell for a minute here, I do realize that when you kind of pull the camera back and you see Jamarcus Russell on this wall, yes, he does appear to stick out like a sore thumb, because this wall contains, Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, some of the greatest ever to lace up a pair of cleats and take the field. And Russell clearly doesn't jive or blend in with those guys. And I don't mean to pile on Jamarcus Russell here. I'm sure he's had enough of it. We're 13 years removed from when he was drafted number 1 overall back in 2007. But if you're wondering why is he in the collection here, well, first off, I actually remember the morning I found this at Toys R Us. They had just put out a fresh case, and I wanted the Russell in my collection. It was 2008. We were really high on him. I found the purple Chase figure in that case. And once again, we had no reason to believe back in 2008 that he wouldn't be a stud. He was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, and it just didn't work out that way for him. And he's not the only quarterback drafted in the first round, even number 1 overall, that turned out to be a bust. It was Ryan Leaf in 98. And even just recently, if you look at your recent first-round quarterbacks, yes, there are studs like Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, and Lamar Jackson, who appear to be the future of their respective franchises and maybe even future Hall of Famers someday. But then you also have guys like Mitch Trubisky, Josh Rosen, and Sam Darnold, drafted in the first round past few years. And with Trubisky and Rosen, they're competing for starting jobs. And if Sam Darnold doesn't have a good year this upcoming year, he might be in the same boat competing for a starting job as well. So once again, you have to consider the time frame there, that you can't see the road ahead sometimes, but you have no reason to think that a number 1 overall pick won't be a big success. And it just didn't work out that way for Russell, unfortunately. But he still has a place in my collection because, once again, it was a sign of the times. Started down here at the bottom with the earlier NFL Series 7 figures. And David Carr, regular in the white, Chase in the dark jersey. Like Jamarcus Russell, he was the number 1 overall pick in the draft, 2002. Didn't experience a great deal of success in the NFL, but he did earn himself a Super Bowl ring as a backup on the Giants behind Eli Manning. He was sacked more times in the first 4 years of his career than any quarterback in history, so that probably has something to do with it. Brett Favre, white jersey Chase, and you might observe no hands. Well, there's hands. They're just in the bottom of the package. You can kind of see them down there. Yeah, they're down there in the package. And even says they're assembly required, hand snapping in place. I guess there just wasn't enough clearance in the clamshell there to put Favre's hands in, but they're in there. There's a red-green jersey. I just don't have it. Chad Pennington, one-time star quarterback for the Giants. Reg white jersey, chasing the green. Talk about a future Hall of Famer right here. Julius Peppers, just a force. Reg in the dark, chasing the White Panthers. Great running back, Clinton Portis. Reg in the dark, chasing the white. Early days of the Broncos before he was traded to the Redskins for Champ Bailey. Tight end Jeremy Shockey, the Giants. There he is in the reg. And over here on this display, white jersey Chase. He actually earned a Super Bowl ring with the Saints. And now moving up to display the Series 24 and 25 figures. Here's a Robbie Gould figure, a rare kicker figure. This is a bronze level Chase figure. Sharp fig, the one-time Bears kicker. I like it. 3 versions here of Chris Johnson, CJ2K. Here's his regular in the powder blue and the red gloves. The Chase in the dark blue and dark blue gloves. And here is a Clark Toys exclusive Johnson in the throwback Houston Oilers powder blue jersey. Kind of nice there. And Deshaun Jackson, star receiver, Reg and Chase, Reg in the green, Chase in the dark, or in the black. He's actually back with the Eagles these days. Felix Jones, regular in the white jersey. There's a Chase version in the third Thanksgiving jersey. I just never got it from my collection. Jones was never a great running back, just average at best in the NFL. Speaking of great, though, Peyton Manning here, white jersey Chase as he barks out the signals at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Peterson, white jersey Chase figure. Ed Reed, one of the great defensive backs. That's a regular with the white jersey, black pants. There's a purple jersey Chase. I just don't have it in my collection. And here's Jeff Saturday, a rare center figure. That's a bronze Chase figure. We saw him earlier in the Grayson replays. That Jeff Saturday is also a very nice figure. And here's Hines Ward, white jersey Chase figure. And up here we see Percy Harvin and Randy Moss. Percy Harvin, only one version of him there in the purple. And this Randy Moss figure was actually a Chase surprise figure. And you can see Todd used the same pose and same body sculpt on both Harvin and Moss, which would have been fine if in real life Harvin and Moss had the same body type. And they don't, for those of you who know. Moss in real life is taller and lankier, and Harvin's shorter and more compact. But maybe Todd was just getting a little bit lax in his sculpts and his poses, and he just decides to use the same exact pose pretty much on both of these. Nevertheless, I wanted to get him for my collection because I like both players. LaShawn McCoy, nicknamed Shady, Reagan Chase, Reagan the green, Chase in the white. And these three figures here were Target exclusive figures of Favre, Manning, and Polamalu. There you see Brett Favre in an older Minnesota Vikings kind of uniform, as opposed to, say, over here, we saw him in the more modern Vikings uni. And so there again, you see him in the old school one. Same thing with Peyton Manning here, old school Colts uniform. That's kind of the design of the Colts uniforms back from the 50s and 60s. And that's what he's sporting there in the retro. As well as Troy Polamalu and the Steelers, black and yellow retro with the white pants. And yeah, these three figures were only available at Target, as the stickers indicate. Yet, I do remember back when these came out that I remember seeing these at Toys R Us. Only at Target sticker was not on them. So eventually they made their way to Toys R Us, but the early versions, which were only available at Target, and that's where I found them actually, at a Target, had the sticker on them. So that makes them, I guess, maybe rarer than Toys R Us versions. Here's another Troy Polamalu, same pose, black jersey Chase figure. Then up above with these five figures at the top row are all exclusives. Starting with these two here, Allen Iverson, LeBron James. These are from the National Sports Collectors Convention in 2004, held in Cleveland that year. And they did this Iverson, a very cool blue Sixers jersey, one of 4,008 pieces. And this is LeBron James, one of 6,000 pieces in the white. But this is back from like LeBron's rookie year, maybe even his second year, where he's got the white headband on. We're going to see his rookie figure in just a little bit. And you'll see the only difference between this exclusive figure and his rookie figure is that white headband he's wearing. Carmelo Anthony, Collectors Club exclusive, and the All-Star jersey, the Denver All-Star jersey. Another cool figure there. And these are All-Star exclusives from the All-Star Game Fan Fest show. This one, Ivan Rodriguez, when he played for the Tigers back from 2005. And this is when the All-Star Game was held in Pittsburgh. Pops, Willie Stargell, exclusive figure in the yellow jersey, black pants. Just, again, another cool figure. And he's showing his batting stance there, kind of looking over the shoulder with the bat in hand. Just cool figures there, I think. And we'll detour off the wall to come over here and take a look at this display. And on this display, we have some NHL Series 16. There's NBA Series 3, as well as some MLB exclusives. And the second half of Part 3 of the ongoing Michael Jordan action figure saga. So if this was ESPN's The Last Dance, that would be Part 10. I'll start down here at the foot of the display with Simon Gagne from NHL 16, Reagan the white, Chase in the Dark Flyers jersey. I believe he won a Stanley Cup ring, or maybe even two, with the Los Angeles Kings. Cristobal Huet, his one and only figure, and if you're a Chicago Blackhawks fan, you know the story behind Huet, the big free agent signing in the summer of 2009, and he lost his job to Antoniemi when the Hawks won the Stanley Cup that year, only to never be seen or heard from again. The Hawks actually jettisoned him where he went to the Swiss Professional League. And here's Sidney Crosby, Reagan the white jersey, Chase in the dark. I think this one was actually compliments of Chad. Chad, it's been a minute since I plugged you. I'm still trying to figure out a role for you in this video. Man, remember, Carmen's Carol Baskins and you, JB, and Mo all got to get names. I'm working on that. Anyway, back to Crosby. There's a few different versions. There was palms out, as you see there. There was also a palms frontwards, where you see the top of his glove, the knuckle version. Don't remember which one was the more rare. Here's some NBA Series 3 of James Worthy in the purple jersey chase. The reg had him in the gold. Bill Russell. Only one version of him produced. One of the greatest of all time. 8 rings, I believe. He won 8 titles with the Boston Celtics. And he's up there with Wilt and Michael. Is just greatest of all time. He really is. And among others. Dominique Wilkins, another great. There in the reg in that cool Hawks jersey. And the Chase has him as an NBA All-Star jersey. Again, very few Chase figures top produced in an All-Star or Pro Bowl jersey. So any of the ones he did make that were reasonably priced and I can afford them, I want them for my collection. Here's Moses Malone. That's the Houston Rockets Chase version. The reg has him as a member of the Sixers. Don't have it for my collection, but wish I would have got it. Anyway, I just want to point this out too. Notice for this wave, Todd's putting these stickers on. Stands 12 3/8 inches tall. Or down here, because this one's multi-carded, it says 29 centimeters tall. And here's one for Bill Russell at 24 centimeters tall. So I guess maybe at this time, Todd, and we talked about this previous in the video about having the legs attached to the player, where you see there, they're not attached to the upper torso, they're in the package. Of course, on Russell, he is attached there. But again, what Todd's maybe trying to communicate to the collecting base or people interested in buying these figures is, if you remove the figure from the package, like for this Malone here, it's going to stand over a foot tall. And so it's like, it's realistic in terms of its scale and proportion, which I thought was kind of cool. So, a couple of Yankees figures here in the upper left corner. These are All-Star Game FanFest exclusive figures from when the All-Star Game was held in New York in 2008. Here's one of Derek Jeter, one of 6,000, where you have Jeter in a salutary pose, tipping his cap to the crowd, which I think is a very nice, cool-looking figure there. Very classy. I like that pose in that figure. And here's Don Mattingly, one of 4,000. We saw Mattingly earlier in the pinstripes. Here he is in the road gray. So a couple nice Yankees figures, exclusives there. More Major League exclusives up here. These are 3-inch figures. And we're seeing Jose Reyes and David Wright of the Mets. And this Reyes figure and David Wright figure on the left were Shea Stadium gift shop exclusive figures. They came out back in 2007, 2008. Only available through the Shea Stadium gift shop, or the way I got them, through the Shea Stadium gift shop online. Because it was at this time that more stuff was being made available online to us. So if you didn't have access to the actual Shea Stadium gift shop in New York, then you can get them online. And that was kind of becoming the trend back at that time, was make more stuff available to the masses online. And there's a David Wright regular figure in the dark jersey. This one I just found at Toys R Us, and I got it because I like David Wright. He was a star, as was Jose Reyes with the Mets back at that time in 2007, 2008. And now, the final part, the part you guys have been waiting for patiently and anxiously, the last part of the Michael Jordan ongoing action figure saga. Here it is, the last 2 Jordan figures I have to show you in my collection. They are Upper Deck Pro Shots, but you can see they are packaged differently. These are just in a basic, like all plastic clamshell, not a box with a trading card in it. As far as the figure itself goes, it pretty much looks the same. Here you got a classic Jordan, white 23. Notice the legs, though, are not attached to the torso. They're packaged up down there, kind of like a McFarlane SportsPick. And Upper Deck just calls this Jordan 1. And then down here we have Jordan 2. And this is a younger Jordan. Maybe in his second year, I'm thinking, with the Bulls. I mean, he still had hair. That's the old school Bulls jersey. And he is sporting the Air Jordans, which I believe were released, came out in his second year, after the world started discovering who Michael Jordan was. So these are the last 2 Jordan figures. They are Upper Deck Pro Shots, but again, packaged differently, and also available at I believe I found mine at Target. I believe I found these 2 at Target, and I also saw these one time, odd as it sounds, at a Jewel food store. Because I think the way Upper Deck intended it back then was, these were the mass market Jordan figures. So they through mass market retail, I mean. So like Jewel, Target got them. And then the other figures in the boxes we saw previous, those were available through Toys R Us and also through the website. The Upper Deck website online. So these are mass market versions of Jordan, but still great Jordan figures that I have in my collection. Let's start down here in the corner with the NBA Series 5. Here's Ray Allen, regular in the green, Chase in the white from his days with the Seattle Supersonics. This is LeBron James rookie figure, regular in the white and Chase in the red. And we had actually seen this pose previously up here on this convention exclusive figure. If you remember, I pointed out that the only difference was the headband there on the national exclusive one. And it is just an identical pose there to his rookie figure. And there's a Chase. And as far as, hey, that's nice, how much is that worth? Actually, not as much as you would think. The regular only sells for about 15 to 20, with the Chase maybe, I don't know, about $35 to $40. By way of comparison, it is getting harder and harder to find any LeBron James rookie cards for under $100, with copies of his raw mint ungraded copies of his 2003, 2004 Topps rookie card going for $400 to $500. So yeah, the figures are a lot cheaper. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe it's because Todd made so many LeBron James figures throughout his tenure of making basketball figures that the rookie ones aren't worth a whole lot on the secondary market. I don't know. I'm just speculating there as to why. But moving on. Here's Stephon Marbury, Purple Suns Chase jersey figure there. And then we go up top to some football figures. These are NFL Series 7. We already seen this white Shockey Chase when I was showing you the regular there. And again, this is NFL Series 7. Michael Vick, regular in Chase, Reg in the white jersey, and Chase in the red. And Hines Ward, his first issued figure, regular in the black jersey, and Chase in the white. There will be many more Hines Ward figures issued after this one. And then moving up top display, we see a continuation of NFL Series 25. Here, Julius Peppers features member of the Bears, regular in the dark jersey, Chase in the white, silver level. Ray Rice, yes, that Ray Rice of the unfortunate, infamous elevator videotape incident. There he is in the regular purple, and Chase in the white, gold level Chase. And Rice was actually a very good football player before that incident. He really was. He was a Pro Bowler, had a Super Bowl ring, and then that unfortunate incident derailed his career. There's Dalen Tomlinson, white jersey Chase, bronze level. Here's Charles Woodson. Woodson was a surprise Chase figure. There he's featured as a member of the Packers in the solid. And here, this white jersey one's a Clark Toys exclusive. There's also a Raiders version that's very sought after, and I do wish I had it. And now we're on to some NHL Series 26. Jean-Sebastien Giguère, only one version of him, Leafs goalie. It got to the point where it didn't matter which goalie was starting for the Maple Leafs. Todd was going to make a figure of him. Right, Carm? Ryan Getzlaf, Chase figure. He might be in the Hall of Fame someday. He is a fine, great player. Ryan Kessler, white jersey Chase, silver level. Ryan Miller, Reg and Chase. Reg with the classic Sabres jersey, which now the Sabres are wearing as their regular jersey. And here with the more updated Sabre. They kind of did like the Oilers. They went back. What's old is new again. They went back to wearing these jerseys. I believe the collector's level, gold level Chase figure was like a compliments of Mo. Mo, I am going to try to find a nickname for you before this video is over. I'm telling you that. And then here's Carey Price, Reg and Chase, Reg in the red, and Chase in the white. And I want you guys just to note something here about the price. I'm going to come back to this in just a minute. And here is Zach Parise, his rookie figure. Here's Alex Ovechkin. I have a lot of Ovechkin figures in my collection. I remember seeing this at the peg at Toys R Us and thinking to myself, do I really need another or want another Ovechkin figure in my collection? And quite honestly, what sold me on this one was the pose. Since we talked about poses earlier in the video, I like this pose, where he's coming off the bench and through the boards there, which are contained in the package. And incidentally, this was one of the last new poses that Todd would use on any of his NHL figures, because this figure released back in 2010. 3 years later, in 2013, Todd would roll out his final series of NHL figures and then would relinquish the NHL license to Import Dragon. So this turned out to be one of the last new poses used on any figure, and I like that one. And above that, some Mike Fisher, third Jersey Senators Chase figure. Yes, the same Mike Fisher that's married to Carrie Underwood. Here now, Series 26, former Hawks goalie Marty Turco, red jersey Reg. There is a white jersey Chase, I just don't have that one. And Jimmy Howard, Wings goalie, regular in the red there, and Chase in the white. And then above the sports figures, there are some Upper Deck mini jersey, hockey jerseys there. You see some solid ones in the bottom and white ones up top. The solid ones here are loose, and the white ones are still sealed in the package because these are considered the variant Chase versions. So that's why I kept those sealed. And then just I open up, or maybe I already bought them loose. I forget what the deal was there. The solid colored ones, which are Shane Doan, Coyote Great, Martin Havlat, formerly the Blackhawks. There's Marian Gaborik and Vincent LeCavalier. And the Chase ones, the variant ones, again, Shane Doan, Chase version there in the white. All the Jokinen of the Florida Panthers. Joe Sakic, of the Avalanche, legendary captain. And that's Jonathan Cheechoo, formerly of the San Jose Sharks. Cheechoo had one really good season where he scored 48 goals and led the league, and then was really not seen much after that. Alright guys, so now I'm back here in the corner of my basement. And the reason why I'm back here in the corner is I want to draw your attention to these three figures of Roberto Luongo that I showed you earlier. And if you recall, when I showed you these figures, I said please make a little note of them there, because I referred back to them. Well, now here I'm referring back to them. And what I want to refer to specifically on this Luongo figure is the level of detail put into recreating Roberto Luongo's face mask. And I'm showing it to you there. And you guys can kind of see, you viewers can see, that's pretty exquisite. That's a very detailed level there of recreation in the mask. It's pretty impressive, actually. And also, I want you to note the little mini goalie net behind him in the package. So he's got the detail mask. He's got the packaged up little mini net. And if you're wondering, so what would something like this cost at a retail store back then? And this was launched back in 2007. This was NHL Wave that was launched back in 2007. It was a Canada Grosvenor exclusive wave. And what I could tell you is this. When McFarlane first launched SportsPicks, and here are some early waves back here that you're seeing from 2002 or so, 2003, they retailed for $9.99 each. If you were buying them at standard retail stores like Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, I believe Kmart. Now, GameStop and EB Games, they always charge a few dollars more for their figures. They'd be charging you for these figures you're seeing here would be like $11.99. They'd even have that like hideous looking sticker, for those who remember, right up in the upper right corner of the package or the shell, and it would say $11.99. So my point being is you're paying a couple bucks more if you're finding these figures at EB Games or GameStop, which eventually became one company in 2004, or $10 each if you're buying them at other retail stores. And again, I recall with these Luongo, that's Canada exclusive, so therefore it's going to be priced more money in Canada because of the conversion rate. I don't know exactly how much. All I could tell you is $10 American. I don't know what it would translate to back in 2007 Canadian wise. But that's the price point for these figures, just so you guys know. And what I want to do, guys, is just a little compare and contrast here. Okay? One final peel off the wall to show a display here in the basement for sports figures is this one right here. And it consists of NHL Series 24 figures at the bottom. There are some NBA Series 18 figures there. Up top are some football box sets, as well as a Jeremy Roenick autograph figure. Starting down here in the corner, there's Mike Camilleri of the Montreal Canadiens white jersey chase figure. Here's goalie Jonas Gustafsson, Regan Chase, Regan the Leafs blue, and Chase in the white. Here's a rookie figure of stud player John Tavares, former #1 overall pick when he was playing with the Islanders. There in the dark jersey Reg and the white jersey Chase. He's currently playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here's Tim Thomas, former goalie of the Bruins and Cup winner. There he is in the regular dark jersey. And this one is a white jersey Profigs.com exclusive, available only through the Profigs online store. And back up to the corner is Jonathan Toews, first figure, regular in there in the white jersey, Hawks, and Chase in the red. And then Robin Regehr, white jersey Chase. Also, all the players from NHL Series 24 you're seeing here, Camilleri, Gustafsson, Tavares, and such, they all had autographed Chase versions as well. And the autographed chases of all these guys were numbered to 200, except for the Tim Thomas figure down here. He was only 100 available of his autographed chase. And I don't have any in my collection, but in lieu of the autographed figures themselves, I have a story to share with you guys in just a little bit regarding those. Anyway, back to the NBA Series 18 here. Ron Artest white jersey chase figure. He would later go on to change his name from Ron Artest to Meta World Peace. Here's a Kobe Bryant gold jersey chase figure. And this one has him with the purple armband and was supposed to be packaged up with a championship trophy. But as it turns out, in the final packing process, Todd did not include the trophy in the package. So he just got the chase figure without the trophy. And you can see there on the base, he is numbered. Looks like 924 of 1,000. Here's Kevin Durant. We already seen him previously in the white jersey. Here he is in a dark Oklahoma City jersey, blue one. No chase version exists on that. And then on the end here is Kevin Garnett. It's a chase figure. Has him in the St. Patrick's Day green jerseys that the Boston Celtics wear annually on St. Patrick's Day when they play. And the top part of the display is 3 more NFL box sets here, as well as that Jeremy Roenick figure. And this box set down here of the Giants, it's one of those Super Bowl commemorative box sets. We had seen these earlier upstairs back in Show May and talked about how when a team won the Super Bowl, Todd would make a 3-pack of the star players from the team that year. So here's when the Giants won their first Super Bowl, when they beat the Patriots. There's Michael Strahan, Eli Manning there, and Plaxico Burress. Again, exclusive jerseys or poses. You'll only find the Strahan there in the box set 3-pack or in the other box set 2-pack with Donovan McNabb that I showed you earlier. And that's the only way you'll get Plaxico Burress is in the 3-pack. He was not issued on single card. And we talked about that again previously with the exclusive jerseys and packaging. There's a loose 3-inch Plaxico Burress next to the bigger one there in the 3-pack. Here's a legendary Cowboys quarterbacks 3-pack. It's Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, and Tony Romo. There, Romo's in the blue jersey, exclusive to the 3-pack. There's a double star Troy Aikman, again exclusive to that 3-pack. And this Roger Staubach, we had seen in previous, but with the stripe on his helmet, red, white, and blue. That would be the basic issue with that one. And down here are just 3 top NFL running backs at the time. Again, rolling back to about the year 2007 or so when this was released. It was NFL running backs LaDainian Tomlinson, Larry Johnson, and Shaun Alexander. They're Alexander in the white exclusive jersey and pants. Again, only found in that 3-pack. Johnson, white jersey there, yellow, red pants, I should say. And there, Tomlinson in the throwback traditional Chargers bolts with the jersey. Kind of cool. And here's that Jeremy Roenick autographed figure. Provided to my collection by Joe, same guy who got me the Patrick Wadagoff. He's the in-person autograph seeker of hockey stars. And said he was talking with Jeremy Roenick one day, and they had some good rapport from previous encounters, and so we got him to autograph this figure, and it was actually my figure, and he gave it to me. So once again, thanks Joe for that.